Welcome back, everyone. The sunlight poured through the leaves of the big oak tree, dappling the ground below in soft light. It was one of those perfect summer days where time seemed to slow down and all was well with the world. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves, carrying with it the sweet scent of blooming honeysuckle. In this tranquil setting, nestled among the branches of the oak tree, a tiny baby bird hopped nervously near its nest. Its little chest rose and fell rapidly as it took its first tentative steps into the wide world. With downy feathers and wide, curious eyes, this little creature was a picture of innocence and vulnerability. As it flapped its underdeveloped wings, it echoed the determination and spirit of adventure that beats within every living thing. Each hop, each chirp spoke of new experiences waiting to be discovered, each movement expressing the wonder and joy of simply being alive. The baby bird was oblivious to the dangers lurking nearby. It was too busy exploring its own little world, chasing butterflies and testing its wings in the warm summer air. But danger was indeed lurking, hidden among the tall grasses and shrubs surrounding the oak tree. A long, dark shape was moving silently, its scales catching the light every now and then as it slithered closer to the unaware baby bird. The snake had been watching the little bird for some time, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Now it thought it was close enough. It didn't want to wait any longer. So it began to move towards its unsuspecting prey, its forked tongue flicking in and out, tasting the air. Suddenly, a small sound broke the stillness. From somewhere nearby, a cat appeared, slinking through the underbrush like a shadow. The cat's tail was low, its ears were forward, and its golden eyes were locked onto the snake. The cat had seen the danger lurking in the shadows and was now moving with purpose toward the snake and the baby bird. This wasn't just another hunting trip for the cat. This was personal. As the snake prepared to make its move, the cat sprang into action. Time seemed to slow down as the cat, in a graceful leap, intercepted the snake before it could reach the baby bird. The cat's claws flashed, swiping at the snake just as it was about to strike. The snake, surprised by the sudden attack, recoiled slightly, shaking its head to disorient itself. It hissed, its breath hot and rank, and coiled its body, preparing to strike again. The cat stood its ground, its gaze unwavering. This was more than just a territorial dispute, it was a battle for life and death, predator versus predator. The cat's muscles tensed, ready to spring into action again. Its paws flexed, sharp as knives, and its teeth glistened, bared in a silent snarl. The cat's low growl rumbled deep in its chest, echoing the intensity of the moment. Neither creature flinched, neither hesitated. All around them, the garden seemed to hold its breath, caught in the grip of the unfolding drama. And then the snake struck, darting forward with lightning speed. The cat reacted instantly, twisting in midair to dodge the strike. It landed gracefully on the ground, its eyes never leaving the snake. Without hesitation, the cat launched another attack, driving the snake back. The snake, slithering and weaving, managed to evade the cat's initial assault, but the cat pressed its advantage, forcing the snake to retreat. Inch by inch, the cat advanced, its every move precise, controlled, and deadly. The snake, sensing the imminent danger, lashed out with its tail, trying to find an opening. But the cat was relentless, its determination evident in every swipe of its paw. All around them, the garden was a whirlwind of motion and sound. Leaves and twigs snapped under the force of their struggle. The snake, desperately seeking an escape, turned and twisted, trying to find a way out of the cat's deadly embrace. But the cat, with unwavering focus, blocked every move, driving the snake ever closer to the edge of the clearing. As the battle raged, the baby bird watched in terror. Its chirps, once filled with youthful exuberance, now carried desperate urgency. The cat, aware of the bird's distress, couldn't afford to falter. It needed to end this confrontation quickly, not just for its own sake, but for the sake of the helpless baby bird. In a final burst of energy, the cat pounced. The snake, sensing its fate, reared up in a last-ditch effort to escape. But the cat was ready. With a swift bite, it clamped its jaws around the snake just behind its head. The garden fell silent, holding its breath as the two combatants locked in a final deadly embrace. For a moment, the only sound was the frantic hissing of the snake as it thrashed wildly, trying to free itself from the cat's vice-like grip. But the cat held firm, its muscles tense, its grip unbreakable. Slowly, the snake's movements became weaker, its hisses turning into gasps. The cat, sensing the end was near, held on tight, ensuring that the snake wouldn't be able to strike one last time. And then, as quickly as it had started, it was over. The snake's body went limp in the cat's mouth. The cat, releasing its grip, stepped back, giving the lifeless snake a final bite to make sure it was subdued. The cat shook its head, dislodging any remaining scales, and let out a low growl, a sound that spoke of triumph and satisfaction. As the cat turned to survey its domain, the silence of the garden was shattered by the insistent chirping of the baby bird. It hopped closer, its fear now replaced by curiosity and what seemed like gratitude. The cat, acknowledging the bird with a flick of its tail, turned and disappeared into the shadows as silently as it had come. The baby bird, its chirps now carefree, hopped back to its nest, its ordeal seemingly forgotten. The garden, once again, was filled with the sounds of birdsong and rustling leaves. The oak tree, silent witness to the drama that had unfolded, stood tall and proud, its branches rustling in the summer breeze. As the sun dipped lower in the sky, casting long shadows across the garden, a sense of peace settled over the clearing. The battle between the cat and the snake, a clash of primal instincts and life-saving bravery, became a memory, a story the garden seemed to hold close. And so, the tale of the courageous cat who defended the helpless baby bird against the lurking snake echoed through the quietude of the evening. It whispered on the wind, rustling the leaves and swaying the flowers, a reminder that even in the most serene moments, drama can unfold and heroes can emerge from the most unexpected corners. The cat, having saved a life without fanfare, slipped back into the shadows, leaving behind a legacy of courage and kindness. The garden, bathed in the golden hues of sunset, seemed to sigh contentedly. Life went on, balanced and beautiful, thanks to the silent guardian, who had ensured that the harmony of the day would continue undisturbed.